that aspect of like art, music, everything of Detroit, still trying to survive with that aspect of money coming in. So it's like interesting to like see all of that like happening at the same time, where it's like.
What is life like where you're from?
Florida, I'd say it's like a paradise, but also kind of like a devil's den in a way, where it's like you can be in the most beautiful neighborhood possible and the craziest thing will happen right in front of you.
How different, as best as you can describe it, is South Florida from Detroit? And did you ever see yourself living here, of all places?
Honestly, I never expected, being in Detroit, but I will say they kind of like are like brother and sister in a way, because like when I was growing up, there were a lot of people that I would meet that'd be on like spring break from Michigan.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know, it's like, I feel like Florida is like the big brother and then Detroit is like the little sister in a way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like the colder gets what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely hear that. Do you know who Eric Andre is?
Absolutely.
Did you know what you guys have in common?
We went to the same high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went to Dreyfus School of Arts
Yeah.
in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
What is it like going to it's not higher education yet, but a secondary school that emphasizes so much on the arts? How has that been for your artistry? And what do you attribute that to?
Honestly, if my parents didn't want me to be an artist, they shouldn't have sent me to either of those schools, because in middle school it was also kind of like one of those like magnet schools where it's like a free public school, but you have to try out. So for middle school I tried out for acting, and I did a lot of I was like a theater kid. I did a lot of acting when I was like in middle school, but then when I got into high school, I realized I had a better chance of getting in if I did more like art and like technical theater.
Okay.
And that's kind of was like my introduction into art. I was really doing like theater type stuff.
Yeah.
So not like anything fashion or like anything like art related, but I did end up taking a couple like art classes later on in high school that I was like, okay, maybe I could like go this route.
We also saw that you did participate in a fashion show in high school. What was your role in that?
Whoa, that's actually crazy that you found that, honestly, because that was my homie Kirby. Yo, you did your research, because that was my homie Kirby. Shout out to Kirby. It's my homie younger Kirby. He does, honestly now he does like mainly paintings, but like it was a show where he was just like, yo, we're gonna do a fashion show. Everyone in school is gonna come to it, like it's gonna be crazy. I don't remember too much of it, but I just remember like the clothes being like really like thrashed, like spray paint, like really like, skater kid vibes. So
Oh yeah, it's Florida, so I feel like that's the perfect place to be a skater kid.
it is Florida, yeah. It's a dream for skaters for sure. Same thing with like Cali, but like South Florida though, where I grew up, it's like everyone's a skater.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was very formative for you. And also with your clothing, I noticed it's more like wide legs, more loose. That's a big part of skate culture and skate clothing as well.
One of the biggest reasons why I started making like clothes in the first place is like I wanted like the baggy Balenciaga like pants, but like I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on pants.
Right.
So I just ended up going thrifting, finding $5 pair of pants, doing like the little flare on the inside, and then that honestly is like a thing that started out where people were like, yo, I really like those pants. And I would tell them I would make it, and then from there it was kind of like, I did a lot of commissions for people based off of just like baggy pants, because I was taking something that I admired, but then making it my own, and then people enjoyed it. So.
Right, you're definitely like also like tailoring too. I think it's difficult to find baggy pants that really fit.
Yeah.
Really fit well, and like have the sort of room that you're looking for in the look.
Yeah.
Because it can be boxy, but it can also be like too big looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I think pants in a way, like, I think too baggy is like really good, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I just, like, even when like your pants are like getting scraped and they're like totally just
walking
like
on them,
shredded.
like
You're just
heels?
you're just like walking on your pants. I don't mind it. I used to like hate it when I would see it, but now I'm just like I'm not as judgmental towards people anymore. Like
Oh no, I think this like city makes you a little bit less as well.
yeah, you just see people for who they are rather than what they're wearing and stuff.
Commenting on theater, I'm a former theater kid myself. There's a lot more structure as far as theater goes, and DJing, in my perspective, kind of relays more on experimentation. What was that like change like for you, and in your like creativity? Did you notice have like some sort of reinvention that you had to do?
Yeah, because like even though like I used to be like on stage and then I kind of wanted to be off stage in like high school and stuff.
Right.
When I came here and was like even just supporting like the homies that would just be on stage like rapping and they're like, yo, come on stage, like let's rock out, let's go crazy. And just being on stage just kind of took me back to those years of like enjoying that stage presence.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to just like the DJing and stuff like that, I really enjoy just like people watching, and that's something I do like every day. I like the term because it's not as creepy, but like I don't know, but like I like to people watch. Just when I made my first piece, my first comment was like, oh, this is like so like ethereal, and this was before I even had that name, and I really enjoyed it, but I didn't want to take the just straight up name, just like ethereal.
Right.
Also, there's a producer back when I think it was like 2015, 2016. There's the producer 3THRYL that has the eye tat, like the third eye tat, and I mean, for that time, the music he was making, I really enjoyed like his music and stuff, and also like he had a sick name, so like I didn't want to take his like whole name. Like I wanted to kind of like an ode to him, but also, you know, other things. To me, my name means like light and like energy, and also I think of just like that drive when you wake up in the morning and you're just like, I gotta make art, or like I gotta do something, I gotta be creative, you know. Like it happens to all of us where it's just like in order to like function or just like feel like you're doing something with your day-to-day, it's like you kind of have to have that like, you have that like skate bug or that art bug inside you that just like, it's like you have to, you know, like itch it, or like you're fiending to do it.
You gotta get it out.
You gotta get it out.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the only medicine.
Yeah, literally. Whether it's like you're painting or you don't even know what you're doing, you just end up doing something completely different than you're doing.
Yeah, than you imagine.
yeah.
I was curious if the number 3 was of significance as well, or is it just like the spelling?
For me, it's the spelling, but I've also, like, 3 has just always been like my number, like as a kid. Like I always, like my family in a way has always been like 3. And like as a only child, you start out as like 3. And I don't know, in a way that's kind of the meaning, but also it's just like, I wish it was my angel number. My angel number is 5.
What would you say was your hardest adjustment when you moved like nearly 2,000 miles away from home?
The cold.
The cold?
I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
think the cold just shot me into a depression so fast, and then like I had no friends, I had nobody. I was just like, what am I doing? But then luckily, I bought a bike, and that cured my depression for that time being. And yeah, I mean, the biggest thing was just like coming from a place you're so comfortable and then like moving away from it and then trying to reconnect.
Yes.
It's kind of like, it's interesting because like there were times where I'd be at the skate park like here in Detroit, and I'd like some people's like faces, like it's like almost like, hey, I know you, but I know you in Florida, but I know the exact copy.
Yeah.
You know, like what's that thing where they say like you have like 4 or 5 like clones?
Yeah, you do have
or
like,
something.
yeah.
Like but when it comes to skating though, that's like crazy because some of these clones are like spot on.
The
and I'd be
stats are
like,
different.
Yeah.
The stats
and
are
I'd be like,
different.
wait, hold up, do I know you or do I like, I don't know. Just like biking around the city trying to see for what it is, because like when I first came here it was like, all right, you're in college, you stay in this building, you don't leave this building, like unless you need to get food. So like,
Locked up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
In your exploration, were there any discoveries with like Detroit techno music? Were you aware of the history?
I didn't really know too much. Like, I used to listen to a lot of techno in Florida just because, like, my cousins and, like, also being, like, Latvian, somewhat, like, Russian and having Russian family, like, they just always loved house and techno and, like,
Yes.
like, oh, yeah, this track, it's from, like, Detroit. And I didn't really know too much about it. And then coming here, and I think the one thing I love the most about Detroit is that, I mean, everyone says it, but it's like, if you know, you know. And these like shows, these like speakeasies or after hour parties, it's like, if you're not seeing it on Instagram or your homies sending it to you, you're not gonna know about it.
No,
So
you're just gonna see it.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Who or what initially introduced you to the underground scene in Detroit? Was it DJing or was it
Honestly,
party?
it was, so I was at the skate park and there was a guy and he was wearing these khaki baggy pants and he had like drawn like Sharpie like spider webs on them, and I was like, hey dude, I love your pants, and you like do it yourself? And he's like, yeah. And that's my homie Caleb. He goes by 1Caleb9. And he was like, oh, I'm having a show like this weekend coming up, you should come to it. And that was the show called Bad Bad Almond. And while I was there, first off, that was one of the craziest Trumbleplex shows I've ever been to. But that's when I got to, before I was friends with everyone, I saw them perform.
What do you think the scene's reception of you was initially and then thus far?
Honestly, even till today, like, I don't know. I mean, well, okay, I'll say this. Sometimes I like to feel like I don't know, but the impact and the words that, you know, the things that people tell me, like, I know that people care and appreciate what I'm doing, and I enjoy that, you know, like having that, you know, having someone just being like, oh dude, your stuff's fire, bro, like even that is like really sweet, even when it's just like a stranger that you don't know. But having just people within the community that have grown up here enjoy what I'm doing is
Exactly.
like, I'm in your space, you know? So I think it's cool.
Yeah, I definitely can sense like your effort to pay homage still and like really honor and occupy the space that you do have.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why we're here. We appreciate that.
Yeah, you gotta respect your elders, you gotta pay homage to the OGs, even just people that have been doing it for however long. I mean, like, you know, like JMT, we got like so many different people that have been doing it for so long.
Right.
And for even, I mean, he's like, you know, the main topic because, you know, we're working together and we're doing a lot of things. And also, like, when I have a show or I have a spot where they gave me the okay to do a show, I'm like calling him, I'm like, yo, do you want to go from 12 to 1? He's like, all right, I'm down.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely shows like the interconnectedness of the scene as well. I think that there's never really this sense of stranger danger.
Yeah.
Like, we really do try to make sure everyone is like, the gap is bridged. Competition is like a here or there type of thing, but overall, I mean, at least how I feel like the reception of the underground scene in Detroit has been, it's just been very close.
Yeah.
We wanted to get you something from our team to show our appreciation for participating in this this interview. It is a little gift, nothing too crazy, but we just wanted to thank you.
Ooh, okay. That was crazy. What is this?
Sorry, it's silent. I don't know what to say now.
I'm excited.
Hope so.
Whoa, you did your research. You did your fucking research. Oh my god. Bro.
Do what I can.
Yo, this is actually like, yo, y'all really killed it. This is Nardwar like level. Like, this is insane.